Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is the Political Pillbox. Today we're going to take a look at John Paul Mac Isaac. This is the computer repair gentleman at the center of this huge revelation that came to light yesterday, Wednesday afternoon. Mr. Mac Isaac claims that he has laptops that were dropped off by Hunter Biden last year. 3 laptops that had water damage on them. At first, he wasn't sure who it was that was dropping off the laptops. He claims in an interview yesterday with the press that the gentleman walked in and said his first name was Hunter when they were filling out the sheet, and then there was a long pause, and then he said Biden. And then that's what it kind of stuck in Mac Isaac's head that, hey, I've got the laptop of a pretty important person. So it was business as usual, claims Mac Isaac. Took the laptops in, repaired them. They sat there for a while. The policy with the laptops is if they're not picked up in 90 days, they become the property of the computer repair store. Now, the repair store that Mac Isaac owns, which, by the way, if you're going to be in the Mac repair business and you've got Mac in your name, you're in the you're in the right field there. The Mac shop in Wilmington, Delaware, he's owned it since May 2010, so none of this is made up. He is a real person. He does have a real business. He does repair Macs. All this can be traced to his LinkedIn page, to his Facebook page. He's owned the store since May of 2010. He's got great reviews on his Yelp page. People seem to think he gives great service. He repairs laptops the way a repairman should. So he is a real person. Some of the other revelations we've had with the Russia scandal and stuff like that, some of these sources, they don't end up being real people. We hear the phrase sources say. We never know who exactly is it. This is a real person. This is a person that was interviewed yesterday by the press. He is a vocal Trump supporter. Not if you go to his Facebook page, he's got like one post every 6 months or one every year. A while back, he was saying how he's been called stupid and racist and sexist and hates his country because he voted for Trump in 2016. So certainly a person who doesn't like Biden. That can be made as an argument from the other side is, okay, here's a guy with a personal vendetta. It's one thing to have a vendetta, but now you've got evidence that shows that the presidential candidate for the U.S. May in fact have been lying about his involvement with his son and Burisma. So, what is not credible about it? Mac Isaac said that he had video recording of his entire store, and he had a terabyte storage which lasted about 2 months, and then it records over. I have to ask myself, and people should ask themselves too, if you have the son of a presidential candidate come into your store and drop off 3 laptops, which already in the first place, Hunter Biden is a multimillionaire. We know that he's received lots of money from the dealings overseas in China and Ukraine and stuff like that. And his dad is one of the most powerful figures in Democratic politics right now. Wouldn't you have an analyst or a specialist who could take a look at your laptops, somebody that maybe you could trust as opposed to somebody you've never met at a computer repair store, a mom and pop shop that is a Trump supporter? Does that make sense that you would drop off 3 laptops to that stranger? And also, why didn't he go and return to get those laptops in the 90 days? If you know you have a computer that has damning emails on it, damning photos of you allegedly in sexual, compromised positions and smoking crack and stuff like that, are you really going to leave those there? Are you going to drop them off in the first place? That's the question I want to ask. But the thing with the video is, okay, so you've got Hunter Biden on video coming into your store. The first thing that I would do was at the very least take a picture of it on my phone of the video of him coming in. Just say, hey, Hunter was in my store. You're going to show some buds at the pub. You're going to say, look, Hunter Biden was in my store. This is some crazy shit, man. At the very least, you'll take a ppicture, or you'll keep just the 2-minute video of him dropping it off. Because I don't know about you, but if one of the most famous political people's son comes into the store, it's something you're probably going to want to talk about and share with people. The other thing too, if you listen to the interview, and we have the whole interview posted here on the political pillbox is he's very wishy-washy with the details. Now, that doesn't mean he's trying to hide something or that the whole story is made up. It is possible that he's trying to save face. He does say no comment dozens of times. He does get caught in saying that Rudy Giuliani was his lifeguard, and it appears that it's something that Mac Isaac didn't want to say, because after he says lifeguard, he says, "Oh shit," and then he says no comment. It's very apparent throughout the interview, if you listen to it, that he doesn't want to mention anything about Rudy Giuliani. He does, however, say that the laptop was confiscated by the FBI, and his account of that is very cloudy. He says the Baltimore branch of the FBI came to pick it up, and he's in Delaware. He claims that the Baltimore branch has feds in Delaware that work for them. The other thing that was confusing too is they picked up the laptop, but they called him back and they asked very basic tech questions, is what he claimed, about how to get into the laptop, how to use the laptop, and they also called back the next day to ask what kind of power cord the Mac uses. We're talking about the highest intelligence agency in this country, and he's claiming they don't know what power cord a Mac computer uses from 4 years ago. That's something a simple Google search could solve. So there's a lot of questions behind it. And what about the other side, credibility? We talked earlier, he certainly is a real person. There seems to be some evidence of emails that have been captured from the laptop. It's not out of the realm of possibility that these laptops are real and that they were in fact dropped off by Hunter Biden. A lot of people have said, oh, he's a drug addict. Maybe he went on a binge and he forgot. I don't know if I'm willing to entertain that. Anybody I know who's a drug addict, yes, they go on binges, they forget things. But if you've got 3 important laptops with extremely important damning information on it, it doesn't matter how long your crack binge is, you're eventually going to go back and remember, hey, I don't have 3 laptops that I had a couple weeks ago. So maybe that's an excuse for 2 weeks, but it's not an excuse for not picking them up for 90 days, I don't think. Certainly this would be a huge thing if it's proved true. I'm not going to say if it's true or false at this time. We let the process work itself out. We need to know, did the FBI actually receive this laptop, and what did they do with the laptop? What was the process there? Was it an unbiased process? Did they destroy the laptop? What was their interaction with John Paul Mac Isaac? You know, these are questions that we need to have answered. If it turns out that he never contacted the FBI, that Rudy Giuliani contacted him and somehow fabricated this evidence, there's some people coming out that are able to analyze the metadata on the emails and find that these are actually PDFs, so not true text email formats, and they were created at the end of 2019, which would have been months after Hunter Biden dropped off his laptop. So he wouldn't have had the laptop in his possession, which would mean they were created by somebody else, whether that was Rudy Giuliani's team or somebody else. We just don't know. So as we wait for the facts to come out, we will post more. I apologize, we don't have HD video today. We will have HD video. We will have high quality audio. Today we just had to quickly jump up a video and get it posted for you on this topic with the news breaking so fast. Please subscribe to the channel. I know everybody says that. Subscribe right there. Hit the button and subscribe. But do it because we are possibly going to be offering a $100 gift card to a random subscriber by the end of October. $100 gift card gives you a gift card to either Amazon or Walmart of your choosing. So subscribe. Let's continue to have this conversation. Let's have it in a friendly manner. I'm not taking sides on this. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm not saying Trump is right or wrong. But what we are saying is, here's what we have for the facts right now. Let's take it as it is. Let's have a nice discussion about it. Let's not get angry at each other. Let's have an interesting, open discussion. I thank you for listening. Have a beautiful rest of your day.